Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be going over the 12 most expensive dimes ever in US history. And the way that we got this presentation together is I went back to the auction registry and looked at the most expensive dimes that were sold at auction for a specific variety. So there's lots of different coins. Years represented range from the 1700s to 1975. And I'm going to be able to give you not only the date and the price that they sold for and the mint mark and the grade, but I'll also be able to talk about a little bit of why the coins are valuable. And there are lots of different reasons. So let's go to number 12 and then we'll go down through number 1. Coming in at number 12, we have the 1871 CC seeded dime, which means Carson City. The mint mark is here below the 1 dime. And the price that this sold for was $270,000, 250 cents, and it was a grade of MS65. Obviously, it exhibits a lot of nice toning. It's a very pristine coin, but this coin was simply rare and in great condition. There weren't too many of these produced, one of the 10 lowest business strikes productions, and the coin is very pretty, and the Carson City mint mark adds a level of desirability. Number 11, we have another coin from Carson City, 1873 CC seeded dime with arrows. The price is $282,000 and the grade is also MS65. This sold in 2012, and the rising cost of silver caused the mint to reduce the amount of silver that they would put in the dimes. They reduced the weight, and it went from 2.67 grams to 2.49 grams, and the arrows were used to indicate that shift, and this coin is one of the best preserved with the arrows. At number 10, we have our first proof, the 1841 proof seeded dime, graded PR67 plus with a price tag of $305,500. And this one does not have the drapery extending down from the elbow. It should have happened. That change was made in 1840, but for some reason, one of the proof coins did not have that drapery. Only 2 to 3 of these coins are estimated to have been made, so there's a lot of rarity, and then the fact that it was preserved in such great condition is why it commands that amount of money. Going further back for number 9, we have the 1803 draped bust dime. $322,000 was the mark that it brought at a July 2008 auction with Heritage, and the grade is MS64. Basically, it's so valuable because there was very little interest in the preservation of coins for the future at this point, so it's just really rare that after such a long time it has survived, but there's not any compelling backstory to this one. Here is something that's pretty interesting and an error. Number 8 is the 1975 No S proof Roosevelt dime. Price is $349,600 with a grade of proof 68. Gorgeous specimen, and these can be found in the proof sets. They're very rare, obviously. There's different dates with no S's, but this one is the king of all of them, and this sold for that much about 7 or 8 years ago. And again, I'm not sure if I've already said it, but there were only 2 of these known to exist, and this is the best one. Pretty much the mint destroyed all of the ones that they omitted the S mint mark, which should have been here. All proofs are made at San Francisco and hence should have the S mint mark, but apparently a couple of them slipped through, and that's why they're so expensive now. Another finest known is number 7, 1800 drape bust dime, brought $352,500 in a grade of MS Mint State 66. 1800, another very rare year. People estimate that only about 100 or less coins exist for collectors to have in this combination of date and design, and this one being at the incredible MS66 state that it's in, brought a ton of money. If you want to have the best drape bust dime collection, you have to have this coin, as there's none that this compares to for that date. So that's why the price shot up so much for the coin. And this one's an interesting one with a little bit of a story. 1797 drape bust dime with 13 stars comes in at number 6 on our list. Basically, they would make a star for every state in the union. This has the cool scrawnier eagle on the back, but there were 16 states and 16 stars added to a lot of the 1797 drape bust dimes, but this one is one of the earlier ones with 13, and it's been preserved remarkably well, and that's pretty much what brought the price so high on that one. Here's another coin that is super rare. Number 5, the 1822 proof capped bust dime. This one was a $440,625 coin in a grade of proof 66 cameo PCGS, and the coin was estimated to have only 2 to 5 of them made in the proof strike with a special polishing. The proofs of old are a lot different from the really obvious ones, but this one has attained a pretty attractive toning, rainbow toning around the edge, and given its state, given its rarity as being 1 of 5 or less, it got the amount that it did. Number 4, we have another interesting coin, the DRAPED bust dime, 14 stars, and there are a lot of different varieties on this coin, but the one for this date has 14 stars on the reverse. Some had 13, and the one with 13 stars, there's about 75 in existence today, but the 14th star is known on only about 20 existing coins. So this is AU58, one of the best known. $632,500 was the price that it brought, but this one was the more rare version of this 1804 date, so that's why it's so expensive. Our mystery coin of the day is number 3, the 1796 draped bust dime, priced at $881,250 with a grade of MS67, which is just astonishing if you think about an 18th century coin being preserved that well. But the reason that this coin is a mystery is that the dyes and the polish that's used here is pretty remarkable. It's definitely, they weren't making proofs then, but it's definitely not normal, and there are no imperfections on the planchet, which is pretty curious. So it's not like there's a defined, this coin is a proof, this coin isn't a proof, but the details are incredibly sharp, and that's why it's so attractive to collectors today. Here's an example of a really, really valuable one, 1873 CC seated dime with no arrows. This was a $1,880,000 coin when it came to an auction by Stacks and Bowers in August 2012, MS65. As I've mentioned, there are no arrows surrounding this date, but the mint was supposed to have melted all of the no arrows coins. However, one apparently escaped, was preserved well, and here it is about 150 years later being sold at enormous prices compared to the 10 cents that would have represented back then. And our final, number 1, the 1894 S Barber dime, priced at $1,997,500 with a grade of proof 66. This is the most expensive dime ever known to be sold, and there were 24 of these coins made. 13 exist today, and this is by far the finest known example. Maybe not by far, but it is the finest known example. It's a remarkable coin and a very rare one to obviously be out here and in this good of a condition. So that's why it brought the money that it did. I'm kind of surprised. I would have thought that it would have been something like that 73cc no arrows, or a really old kind of early draped bust, capped bust type dime. But this is what takes the cake. And you're probably not going to find any of these, but if you do, that would be incredible. That would be a serious payout. Good luck doing so, and I hope that you learned and enjoyed learning the little backstory, the intricacies between the stars and one less star, or the proof in, I think it was 1822. There's lots of different cool things to learn about coins. I haven't really seen any of these in person. Maybe I will, but I have a lot of fun learning more about them. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay in contact with me on my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, Facebook, TreasureTown, or my website, TreasureTownYT.com. And I love receiving packages from you guys. I'll unbox them in a video once I get enough, and my address for that is TreasureTown, P.O. Box 201, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836. So I'll see you on some of my other videos.